And we're back with another... Sorry, okay, I'll pause. That's crazy.
Sorry,
okay,
that's fine. Okay.
And we're back.
We love to see it.
Yeah, with another alibi for the girlies. Oh, and the boysies. I don't know. Anyway, in this episode, we will be talking about female friendships, our experience, both good and bad, as well as dealing with jealousy surrounding friendship and comparison. So buckle up. Let's get into it. So,
I love that we're more comfortable.
Yeah, I think we just needed to get through that first episode and I feel a lot better.
What's it called? The bad pancake? The burnt pancake? The first one's always going to just be a little bit weird.
Yeah. I feel like we got through it though, relatively well.
Relatively. Give us the benefit of the doubt. I think we did great.
Yeah, we did amazing. But yeah, today we're talking about female friendships. Yay! We're continuing mostly from what we spoke about last week. So we're talking about female friendships, what they mean to us, how they've helped us, and also dealing with jealousy in those female friendships.
I love that. I think they're both good topics. Number one, we are both females, so we can relate.
Yeah.
Number two, hopefully most of our audience is going to be females.
But like men, listen.
We're not putting you off, because I'm sure men also deal with jealousy in friendships, you know. But I think there's just something about women that I just love.
I love the girlies.
We love the girlies. Being a girl's girl, I think there's such community in female friendships and just like females. Even if you don't know the person well enough to be called a friend, but like the alliance that women have, like an unspoken alliance.
Girl, like if a woman approaches me and is like, "You look so pretty today," or "I love your coat, I love your shoes," I get so happy. Mm-hmm. Let a man approach me and be
get away.
"Oh, yes," if you're from like, ew, gross. And it's not, like I just love like the camaraderie that women have, and you know, most of us support each other, which is amazing. I love being a girl's girl. Yeah, honestly, like I really do. And especially in my friendships, I think my female friendships have shown me more than any relationship I've had what love means. Yeah, because again, these are people that have just chosen you. They have no obligation. Like literally, I could call you tomorrow and be like, "I don't want to be your friend," and that is perfectly acceptable, you know. But no, these are people that have chosen you and have chosen to stay through all your phases. I spoke last week about how I was not so great when I was a teenager, and I still have friends from that phase that have accepted me and helped me grow out of that, and have seen me at all these different stages but still choose to stay. And they don't have to. And I have high school friends that I've lost over the way, but I have ones that have been consistent and have shown me love and genuine like care. So there's just something about platonic love that is just so important to me that I could not imagine my life without my friends. And it's so funny that any man that now comes into my life sort of has to at the very least show me love the way my friends show me love. My friends will just think of me and call me. They will buy me flowers. They will make me snacks. You always make us like the best little snacks, and I appreciate that.
It's the least that you deserve.
You know, just like I've never asked you to do that. You just do it, you know? And that for me is the like level that any relationship, like romantic relationship that I want, has to at least start at. You know, just the thoughtfulness, the consideration, the just genuinely caring about me and my day and my thoughts and my feelings. My female friendships have just always been top tier. And I love that. And I'm hoping like I am also the kind of friend that is top tier to them as well. What about you, your experience of female friendships?
I love my female friendships. I have one friend that I've known since high school. Well, since primary school, actually. And I love her to bits. I really do. And she's like the only long distance friend that I have as well, which is so sad, because if I could see that girl every day, my life would be complete, you know? The friendship that we fostered in high school we both went through some pretty traumatic things, you know, and we were both there for each other in a way that in the only way that we could offer, you know, because obviously when you are young and when you're teenagers, you think you know everything, you know, and then you look back when we were each going through our respective things, we were there for each other wholeheartedly in the only way that we knew, you know, and we've both grown up together now, and we are thankfully still in the same country, just across the country. But it's that whole thing of like, we are both growing up separately, but still together. And there are things that we know about each other that no one else in a newer friendship will know, you know? Like, there are such embarrassing and cringy things that we've both done that we're the only ones who know about it. We're the only ones who know how embarrassing and cringy we were. And especially because she is my closest female friend, you know? Like, I think that there's just something so lovely about having those inside jokes and having that deep connection with someone, especially because it's a woman, you know, and you know that she will continue to be there for you in the capacity that she can be. Also because you kind of get to know the people that you're going to gel with as you grow. You know, it's one of those things, like, you could meet someone first time and you know for a fact, I'm not going to like this person, you know? Like, it's a trauma response of, I've dealt with someone like this in the past, so my body and my brain know that this person is not good for me. And you kind of already have that reaction from the beginning. And so I look for people that give me the warms and fuzzies, you know? I want to feel cozy and comfortable and safe in my specifically female friendships. But it kind of leans on what you said of the female friendships that you have set the standard for the male interactions, whether it's friendship, relationship, but they set the standard.
I like that. That's you said a lot, so I'm just trying to... No, it's good. I'm just trying to, like, remember, because I take time to process things. But you were talking about... I remember when we first met, actually. I don't know how I felt about you, because, like, you were so nice and so bubbly, and you're like, yeah, I'm studying fashion too. And I was like, I'm not gonna like her, am I? She looks like a goody two-shoes. Like, and the thing is, like you said, I had experienced someone like that in first year when we weren't at the same campus. So it's just like, here we go again, another one. And when did we eventually, like, actually become friends? Like, towards the middle of the year-ish.
Yes.
And that's only because that's when we started to get to know each other better. Not like we weren't trying. I think at that point it was just intimidating. We're in a new space. You're like, who are these girls? I don't know them like that. But we just gravitated towards each other, which was really, really nice. And anyway, going back, I like that you have a friend that you've literally grown up with. There is nothing like that. I have one as well, and she knows me so well. She probably knows me better than she knows herself, and she is one of those friends who, like you said, I feel so safe with her. I feel so protected. There was a time I went over to her house, and her aunt, who hadn't seen me in a really long time, you know, I don't know what is with people and commenting on other people's bodies, but she's like to me, oh my gosh, I haven't seen you in so long. You've gotten so big, but not big as in just like grown up. Big as in like you're fat now. And at that point, I was really struggling with hormonal imbalance, and for the life of me, I couldn't figure out what to do about my weight, because I had been working out, I'd been eating better, I'd been doing all the things. And then for someone to just come and throw that in your face, I was so heartbroken. And, you know, because everyone was around, I'd just be like, oh, no, I haven't really gained weight, blah, blah, blah. Like, I tried to shut it down, but she kept, like, saying it. And then I was just like, okay, whatever. The conversation ended. And later on, because I was sleeping over, I told her, I was like, no, I was really hurt by what your aunt said to me, blah, blah, blah. I was just venting. Turns out, after I left the next day, she went and confronted her aunt and be like, you shouldn't have said that. That was very unkind of you. She tried to shut it down and you didn't take the hints. Please don't ever do that to my friend again. That is not okay. And, like, if you come from an African home, you know that, like, back talking to an adult is just, like, a thing you don't do, even when they are wrong. Unfortunately, we're just raised like that. And the fact that she did that for me, I was just like, wow, no one has ever really cared about my feelings so much that they went to go confront someone else who hurt me. From that day, I don't know, I think I already knew the friendship was solid, because at that point we had been friends for like, I don't know, over 12 or 15 years or something. But that just like really showed me how much protection I have in my friendship with her. And that no matter who hurt me, she is willing to go fight them for me. Maybe, albeit not physically, of course, because we don't do that. But she's willing to do whatever she can to protect me. But I think at the base of it, it's that caring nature that I know this person is going to care for me regardless. So, yeah, I think even, for example, going out with female friends, I feel way safer than going out with men. Feel way safer because we will be hand in hand. Like, we're not about to have these dusties all over us. And I truly appreciate having friends that will literally do anything for me. All I would have to do is ask. And sometimes I don't even have to ask. And I think that has helped me become a better friend to my friends. And another thing is leaving feeling refreshed, I think has always been important to me. I don't like hanging out with people that drain my energy. And by the end of it, I'm like, oh, I need to like not see anyone for 3 weeks. No. Every time I'm with any of my friends, my girlfriends, I leave feeling so much lighter. We don't even have to talk about deep things. Like, there's just something about a female friendship, especially one that has been invested in by everyone involved, that is so refreshing and like gives you, I don't want to say a new lease on life because that's a bit dramatic, but yeah, it just makes you feel, I guess in a sense, alive again. Being a friend allows you to just be you. You don't have all these other titles on you. You're just yourself, and it's a time to just feel like yourself again, and that's what I appreciate, that my friends can be themselves with me. They don't have to be, oh, mom this, auntie this, whoever's wife. You're just you. It's just Michaela. It's just Sophia. And you get to be your most authentic self with that. And I appreciate my female friendships for giving me that, but also allowing me to be that.
I think it's also nice that you are able to experience friendships where even if you aren't feeling 100%, they can contribute that 100%. You cultivate friendships that are also in a way self-sustaining. And what I mean by that is that you could go a day without speaking and you can come back and you can just reconnect, Or you could even have a friend you haven't spoken in a few months, but you both know that you're there for each other the minute you WhatsApp or you message or Instagram DM or whatever, But I think also we are having such positive experiences now with female friendships. You kind of have to look back and acknowledge the not so good female friendships that you've had, and the experiences that you gained from them. Yeah.
I would say for me, there's one that really stands out. I was dating this guy from a different school than the one that I was at. And I had made friends with this really cool girl. She was in my class. We just clicked. You know those people you just click with?
Yeah.
Whenever we had hockey, we would travel to a different town. So that was the town my, at the time, boyfriend school was at. So we had like a hockey festival and a rugby festival at the same time. So my boyfriend was playing rugby and he was like a senior at the time. It was like really cool to be dating someone from then.
You were the popular girl and everyone was like nudging you on the shoulder like, that's your boyfriend,
that's
your boyfriend.
Yeah, so something like that, right? So this friend and I were quite close. So whenever we would travel to the city, that's also where I lived originally. So we would stay at my house. So I thought like we were cool. She's gonna be one of my forever friends, blah, blah, blah. Cool. After that festival, what would happen was we would leave from my boyfriend's school. It was like a central point. So all the school buses would come there and all the students would leave from there. So while we were waiting for our bus, my boyfriend comes over. I introduce him to all my friends, including said girl.
Okay.
Let's call her
Jezebel.
Sure. Jezzy. Let's go with that.
Jessie.
Jessie?
Jay-Z?
Jezebel. I don't know. Okay, fine, Jessie. Whatever. We'll call her
Jay-Z
Jessie.
doesn't sound right.
Girl. Okay.
Sorry, it's a fictional name. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't actually matter at all. Fine.
I'm trying to defend her.
You shouldn't be. She's the villain.
Sorry.
Anyway, I introduced my boyfriend to all my friends, including Jessie. We go back to school. Eventually I break up with this guy because he was absolutely toxic. Like, really, he would take out whatever frustrations he had out on me, and I had nothing to do with that. So luckily, as a teenager, I had the wherewithal to realize that this is not okay. So I broke up with him. He was very upset about that. A little bit after, I started dating someone else, and someone else was my best friend at the time. We just were like, you know what, let's try this relationship thing. So my best friend at the time was my ex-boyfriend's junior in high school, which already caused a lot of issues. High school was so dramatic.
Yeah.
Because they'd be like, oh my gosh, your junior stole your girlfriend from you. It was embarrassing.
Okay, explain the concept of a junior.
So, for example, like, let's say my boyfriend was in matric.
Okay.
A junior as in a grade 11.
Okay.
Yeah, so someone in a grade
younger.
below yours.
Oh,
yes.
I thought it was like a matric and a grade 8 or something. Like
No,
that.
okay, it wasn't
Okay.
that. Any grade below
just below.
you is a junior, but for us, I think we were 2 grades below him.
Mm.
So I think I was in grade 10 and he would be in matric, for example. But either way, my best friend / new boyfriend and I were both in the same grade, and then my ex was 2 grades higher. So it was embarrassing to have a junior, someone in a grade below you, younger than you, take your girlfriend from you. And of which it wasn't even taking, like, we were broken up. So I started dating my new boyfriend. Turns out, Jessie had a crush on my new boyfriend. Because again, remember, I integrate friend groups.
Yes.
Right? So they had met before, they were friends. I really didn't care. It was fine. Like, because I am secure in my friendships, I truly did not care. So then they continued being friends, and then she came to me and she's like, I can't believe you did this to me. And I was like, what do you mean? She never told me she had a crush on the new guy.
Right.
What should we call him?
Timothy.
Sure. So, I hope you're following. But Jessie ends up telling me, I can't believe you did this to me. You knew I liked Timothy. And I was like, girl, you did not tell me. At no point in time did you tell me you liked him. Because if you had, I wouldn't have just dated him. Maybe if I had known and dated him, then you could cry betrayal. But I didn't know. You didn't tell me. Because as much as we were friends, we weren't like close. But we were good enough friends that she could have told me that.
Right.
Then, so now she starts to try to turn our other mutual friends against me. But like, no, Sophie knew I liked this guy. But also, at the end of the day, this guy asked me to be his girlfriend and not you.
Right.
So you can't, like, come at me. Go to him about it. Because he's the one you should have a problem with.
He's not the bestie. Sorry, I'm not supposed
I
to be
know.
defending her.
You know what? Devil's advocate. It's fine.
Thank you.
But, like, it was just, I was so bamboozled. I was like, what do you mean? So then, turns out, she then went to the irritating ex.
Yeah, the senior.
The senior.
Okay.
And they come up with a plan to revenge against me. The senior was mad that I broke up with him. Jessie, was mad I started dating the guy she liked.
Right.
Then they started dating each other. And they have the audacity to say to me, no, he's like to me, senior said to me, I didn't even know she was your friend.
But you met.
You literally, I introduced you. Like, what do you mean? I don't know. He was trying to gaslight me. I was like, I'm not an idiot. I'm actually not stupid. And then she was like, oh, well, we just, like, fell in love. And I was like, you know what? Actually, perfect. Enjoy it. Because they wanted to get a reaction out of me. And I was like, you know, I'm not going to do that. I hope you enjoy your relationship. I just want to warn you. And I told her everything, like the reasons I broke up with him and stuff. Because, I mean, in the few months, he would not have changed. Anyway, I was like, it's okay, girl. Enjoy your relationship. They thought they were trying to spite me. My relationship lasted like 3-4 times as long as theirs did. I think they broke up after like 6 months or 8 months. She got suspended because of him because she snuck out to go see him. All in the name of spiting me.
Yeah.
all in the name of spiting me because she didn't tell me she liked Timothy.
Yeah.
If she had told me, I don't know, to be honest with you, I don't know that I would have made a different decision. Maybe I would have still dated him because we had known each other for a long time, but at least it would be valid. Like, a reaction would then be valid-ish, I guess. Yeah. But the fact that I was unaware, and like I said, I pride myself in being a good friend, I wouldn't have just done it willy-nilly. So the fact that she went out of her way to spite me to the extent that she got suspended and never came back to school after that, I was just like, really? Was it worth it? Then she ended up breaking up with that guy, and because her and my boyfriend were still friends, he asked her, I was like, ask her, first of all, to tell you why she hates me, and it's because of you, and he didn't believe me. He ended up finding out it was true. And then I was like, also ask her why she broke up with him. It was the exact same reason that I broke up with him. So you did all that to spite me, and you got hurt in the end. And that was really painful for me because she was my friend. She came to my house. She was accepted by my family. And, like, really, you wanted to spite me? I know we were, like, kids and stuff, but I think it still stuck with me. And that's why I started having better communication with my friends, because I was like, I don't want another situation like this where we're fighting over something so stupid about, oh, you knew I liked this guy. Like you said, he's just a guy.
Hit him with your car.
Exactly. Who cares? You know, we can talk about this. And looking back, it's funny now because, like, we were kids, we were teenagers, obviously, but those lessons still stick with me. And that was just insane to me. At this big age, I cannot even imagine beefing with you over a man. Like, that's ridiculous. That's stupid to me.
I think it's also, it just shows you that you have to experience it to grow.
Yeah.
And that's the sad thing, is that you have to experience it to grow. You can't go through life and say, oh my goodness, like, I'd never be jealous of you for dating someone else if you've never actually been in that position.
Yeah.
You know? You can't say that until you know for sure. And especially when you're younger and you're still trying to figure out what you're doing with your life, because you think that you have to have your whole life figured out by the time you matriculate, you know? But then you get to varsity, you get to where we are now, currently graduated, doing our things, and we're fine with not knowing where our lives are going, you know? And it's that shift of your mindset that can only come from experiencing all these things.
That is true.
But it just sucks at the same time that you could lose someone so special from jealousy as well. Yeah. For me, it was an experience of, I had a massive friend group, and we, especially in primary school, it was like just a group of girls, right? And there was a massive falling out. To this day, I really can't even remember what it was about. But there was a massive falling out. The group split into like 3 different things, like 3 different mini groups. And then reconciliation was made, white flags were raised, treaties were signed, like, you know the way that it happens. Yeah. And somehow, some way, we all slowly integrated back together. But after that, I just got so tired. I was like, I cannot sit on the edge of my seat for the rest of my primary school. I was tired at grade 5. Imagine. And I could not sit on the edge of my seat for the rest of my high school and primary school career waiting for the next friendship breakup to happen, you know? So I had to take a step back. And that's how I ended up getting closer with my friend, you know? Is like, she actually, revolutionary for the time, she said straight, I'm not going to be friends with you guys anymore because I can't deal with this.
Oh, wow. She
said it straight, and she left the friend group. And it was such a massive thing. It was a betrayal. It was this, it was that. And then I just slowly backed away.
Yeah.
And I was like,
me
too.
too.
But I backed away after, I think, like, months, you know? And then high school comes along, and more people are integrated into high school, more people from new schools, that kind of thing. And so we all kind of branched out, and we remained in contact, but not as close friends. Okay. Lots of people also left, and if I see them, I'll be nice to them, you know?
Of course,
you still have those memories, but I think at the end of the day, as much as you cherish your friendships, especially the female friendships, you also need to learn when to let them go.
Oh, yeah.
And one of the things as well is like, especially that I find with female friendships, is the jealousy aspect. I think also we need to address the society that we're in. We are pitted against each other.
100%.
In society.
Yeah.
You know, and especially as a woman, we're kind of considered commodities.
Yeah.
I don't want to take it that far, but I'm going to take it
No,
that
but
far.
it's true.
We're considered things that are needed to be gotten, you know?
Mm-hmm.
Like, especially from a male perspective. Like, they need to get a wife, we need to get a husband. But obviously for us, it's not that deep because we are being chased.
Yeah.
So, we are things that need to be gotten. And so now, here you have a very close-knit group. This is just a hypothetical. But here you have a close-knit group of friends, female friends. And when do you... I mean, men are not all that.
No.
Men are not worth... A man is not worth my female
They're
friendships.
not the bee's knees,
They're
girl.
not the slice of cheese that they think they
They're
are.
not the cat's pajamas.
They're not the cat's pajamas. And it's also... Like, it's frustrating.
Yeah.
Because then you see... There's that TikTok trend now. I can't interfere. It's a canon event.
I haven't seen that.
Okay, so basically it's a canon event means it has to happen for the plot to continue.
Oh,
right?
okay.
Friends fighting over a guy. It's a canon event.
Yeah.
You can't stop it.
Yeah.
But you look at, like, young people today, or you look at yourself back then, and just have to shake your head, and you're like, why did I do that? If I had known now how amazing female friendships are, the positivity, and all the advantages, and just the love that they bring into my life, why was I fighting over a stupid guy who I don't even know anymore?
Yeah.
You know, like, I didn't even like them. I wanted them because someone else wanted them.
Yeah. Actually, like, picking up on that, you just sparked a thought. So you know how we're talking about jealousy, but I'm thinking more jealousy in terms of watching your friends progress as well. I guess in society's eyes, I did everything kind of late. I started varsity late. I'm only starting to work now, whereas some of my friends have been working for years. And I felt so behind and so jealous of them. Some are even married, and there was a time years ago that I was jealous of that, and I wanted to be married. And then there came the time where I was like, nah, forget it. I swore off men. But anyway, that's a story for another day. But you know, I was jealous of their progress in life, and I felt so behind. And I think sometimes it would affect our friendship because it would just leak through. It's not like I would resent them on purpose, but it's because I felt like I was so behind in my life. But now that I'm older and looking back, I am at the perfect place. I'm at the perfect place, and my mom always says this thing like, you want what you don't have. So you see, like, jealousy is not just about the other people involved. It could be about where this person is in their life right now, and you wish you could be there because it seems better to you. And that one was a tough pill to swallow when I had to realize I was resenting my friends for just doing amazing things for themselves. And luckily I've moved past that, and now I'm actually, like, when things happen, I am their biggest supporter now. But that one was a bit difficult to accept because it involves you acknowledging that it's you as, like, the individual are the issue. It's not about your friend and them doing well. It's about you and your feelings of inadequacy.
Like your mom said, wanting what you don't have. Those kinds of wants and needs and feelings take root in a feeling of unhappiness, I think. You know, whether it's unhappiness with yourself, with your life, within your friendships, wherever it is. I think if you are not happy with where you are, you're going to constantly seek that comparison, and you're going to try and find external validation from the people around you. But you're never going to get it because your life and someone else's life will never be the same. And that's also another hard pill to swallow, is that as much as you've got friends who maybe think the same, act the same, talk the same, whatever it is, they may not be going through the same things. And when you try and compare apples and oranges, obviously
one is going to seem better than the other.
And it's weird as well. Especially when you're comparing past friendships with a present perspective. Putting everything into perspective also kind of cuts the jealous tendencies at the roots.
Even if the other perspective isn't, maybe they're also struggling. So what if they're not? You know, we should learn to be happy for our friends regardless. And I think that's what gets me, is that, yes, there's probably an explanation for everything every time. However, even if it was easy for them, I should still try my best to not be jealous, because what does that serve me? What does that serve them? And if anything, it like adds resentment into the friendship. And it's okay. It's okay. You are where you need to be. And I think what would then need to change is your personal perspective on your own life. In the event that everything is just going well for them, because it is. There's no like hard part about it. Look for the happy moments in your life. Because I'm sorry, I'm not going to lose a friend over jealousy. It's just not going to happen, because jealousy is just a feeling, and one day it will fade. And then what? You're going to be with no one because you let your feelings rule you? Absolutely not. But I feel like that's just part of the journey. Like you said, we have to experience these things in order to learn from them and move past them. And friendship, I think, has always been an eye-opener for me, because you are choosing to be in that position. And I love commitment because I have to see things through. I have to see things through, no matter how they end. And that has helped me learn so much about myself and how I can bring, or rather put my best foot forward for other people. But yeah, female friendships, top tier. We love them. We appreciate them.
Also, just like, not necessarily friendships, but just there's such, I probably said this at the beginning, but there's such power in it.
Yeah.
I just love it. I can't help but be a big supporter of friendships between women.
My female friendships are on a pedestal.
Yeah.
They are on a pedestal. Like, absolutely. And I love them.
We love the girlies. We live for the girlies, actually.
Oh, 100%. We live for the girlies. There's nothing like a compliment for the girlies.
Especially from a woman. Like you said, like, I will take what a woman tells me to heart.
Yeah.
And I will put roots into that compliment, and out will sprout a beautiful little flower.
I love that.
Actually, best compliment you've ever gotten from a female?
That's a loaded question.
What do you mean?
No, I'm kidding. Best compliment I've gotten, I think it was during one of our friendship check-ins. And my friends were telling me how I am just so caring to them. Like, the little things that I do for my friends, a check-in text, a call, being available when they need me in an emergency, or even in a non-emergency. I will drop everything for my friends. I have a tendency of doing that, sometimes at my own cost, which isn't the best, but I'm working on that. But just my ability to care so much is just so, like, they love that about me so much. Not only because it means I do things for them, but just the person that it has made me become compared to who I was back then. And I really took that to heart, because they saw me through everything. We were friends since 2009. And now 2023, that's a lot of time. And just to have them know every single part of me, the good and the bad, and for them to tell me that the person that I was is amazing. That really just, I don't know, it made me feel better. And at the time, funny enough, I was experiencing friendship insecurity, in particular with that friendship group. So that really solidified my view on myself as a good friend. But what about you? What is your favorite compliment?
The whole time while you were speaking, in the back of my head, I'm like, I've asked this question and I don't even know what my answer is.
I know what your answer is.
What's my answer? Please do tell. Share with the class.
Your answer is, because it's been said to you, I know this more than once, more than twice.
Okay.
Is that you are like a ray of sunshine.
Oh, yeah.
I know that's your favorite compliment, because you literally got it tattooed on yourself.
I did. Be sunshine on all cloudy days.
Yeah, because I know, like, I've said that to you. Your other friends have said that to you. Yeah. I think, for me, if I were to rate all your compliments that I'm aware that you've gotten, that would be the top one.
I like that, actually. Yeah, I think there's nothing
on the nose.
There's nothing like a character compliment to really just brighten your day.
Anyway, go hug your friends.
Yeah,
tell them you love them. Tell them you appreciate them. Do some friendship check-ins.
Yeah,
and keep investing in your girlies.
Be a girl's girl.
Yeah.
Go on TikTok if you don't know. Have a look at what a girl's girl is.
Yeah. DM us on Instagram.
Yeah, sure.
Yeah.
We can do that too.
You can't do that. DM us on Instagram. Yeah. Okay, love you. Bye.
Bye.